Spiky Bits.
Hey guys, MBG here with my first airbrushing tutorial. And there's a lot of airbrushing channels out there on YouTube where you got these amazing painters that just produce some really great looking stuff. And what I kind of hope to accomplish with this is more of a realistic approach. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I like to use the airbrush to lay down the base coats and the highlights, and use the actual paintbrush to get in there and do the minute details. A lot of my style emulates Next Level Painting, Kenny Boucher. He taught me a lot of stuff, and I'm really thankful for that because it allows me to keep up with my hobby and keep my desk free from clutter as much as possible. So today I'm going to be doing some Plaguebearers of Nurgle, the new plastic ones. These guys right here. And I really love these new models. It's been a while to get these plastics out from GW, and man, they definitely were worth the wait. So basically, we're gonna work on that. And here's my painting. Here's my finished product here. And I've got pictures on for the blog posts on how I did this one here. But that's basically the finished product. And I'm gonna show you how to get to that. And actually, a lot fewer steps than you would think. So today we're gonna be using Badger's new line of Minitaire paint. These things are pretty much amazing. They're from the bottle to the airbrush, ready to go. They got this sweet little flip top right here, and you just you just kind of squeeze the paint out into the bottle. As you can probably tell, if you're familiar with the airbrush, you can see that it's already comes pre-thinned right there with that milky consistency. And the best part about these paints is that they emulate a lot of the GW and the Reaper paints, which, as you know, it's very hard to find fantasy colored airbrush paints. Like this, for instance, obviously is Nurgle themed. So we got a Bile color here. We're going to be using that for the extreme highlights. Let's see. First off, we're going to go with this rotted wood, just to get a nice hue to work from right over top of this. I actually painted this. I primed these guys very lightly with Necrotic Flesh from Army Painter, which I think is out of print now, and it should be coming back out. But I actually had a ton of cans from when it first came out a few years ago because I was doing a lot of my Nurgle in that color. So here's the order of battle. Here we're going to do the rotted wood over top of the Necrotic Flesh spray coat. Then we're going to do Pestilence Flesh for some of the highlights, and then we're going to cut in the extremes with this Bile. And then around the rotted areas, we're going to hit it with this, what is this, Eccy Mose. I don't even know what that means, but it's purple, and I like it. And then the Lowlights, we're going to use this cadmium black brown from the model color Vallejo model era. I like this better than the one that comes with the Minitaire line. I just like the darker brown of it. I think the Minitaire line, it's got a little bit of red in it, and it's not really what I wanted to do. So we're gonna pick a figure here, something that's gonna be a little easy for you to see all the details on. There we go. And I'm just gonna kind of get to it. Like I said, this is a Necrotic Flesh Army Painter spray base coat, and turn my compressor here. I'm also going to be using the Grex XG airbrush today. This is my my current airbrush. I also have in my stable, I have a Awada Eclipse, which I basically learned on. As you can see, it's it's been around, but it's still a good airbrush, good backup brush. There's no reason not to upgrade sometimes. I've heard good things about the Badger Chrome. A lot of my guys at work have the Badger Chrome, and they love that airbrush, but I personally have not used it. I've picked it up, I've looked at it, and it looks like a pretty solid airbrush. So, we definitely have all those in the web store, so any of them are a very good choice to start out with. So I'm just going to grab my airbrush here and get some of this rotted wood for a nice base coat. And like I said, it's just straight from the bottle to the reservoir here. A couple drops. I like to fill it up to right over that. There you go. It just covers that little nub right there, and it should be good to go. Let's see. There you go. You can see it's nice. Works really good right out of the bottle there. Alright, so we're just gonna make sure everything's good to go there. And it looks like a nice even color. So basically I'm just gonna I'm not trying to do much with this, just kind of overcoat the necrotic flesh. Just to get that nice warm color to work from, to kind of pull up the other greens I'll be using. Ooh, looks like my compressor's off. Alright. So like I said, nothing too crazy, just, you know, I'm working about 40 psi just to push this paint onto the model real quick. And we're just kind of hosing it down. Make sure you get all of the angles here on the feet. Alright, super easy there. Alright, I'm gonna go rinse out the airbrush. I will be right back. Okay, so I cleaned out the airbrush and getting ready to change the color. Something I forgot to mention was that the Minitaire paint is actually water based, so it was very easy to clean out the airbrush. Like, I basically just back flushed some water out of here, and then just kind of swab the front there, and pulled the needle out and just kind of ran some water through it, and it's good to go. You know, you can clean it at the end of your session, but you really don't need to do a whole lot of cleaning in between color changes, which is super nice. So I mean, you can tell like that. Really, I just ran water through it. That's pretty much it. So another plus to these paints here. All right, so I'm gonna go to the second highlight color here, which is Pestilence Flush. Turn the airbrush down. That gives you an idea of the color. Turn the airbrush down to about 20 psi, just to try to get it, you know, like a nice good blend against this rotted wood here. But you know, it doesn't have to be precise or exact or anything, because we're gonna do a wash at the end to kind of pull it all through. So just gonna kind of hit the hit the raised areas like the kneecaps, the toes, the back of the ankle here, the buttocks, the shoulders, the horn and the head there. You know, any of the raised areas here on the fist and stuff. So, you know, just got a lot of areas to hit, but it should go pretty quick. Just a little water. Probably some water through my my hose still. There we go. All right. Kind of get around the kneecaps there. They're curved, so they're kind of a pain. You gotta like work it a little bit, and it's still a little running. Probably a little bit of water in my airbrush, didn't flush it out all the way. I'm so excited to come back here and do this video. The good thing is, any major mistakes, you know, it is Nurgle, so not a big deal at all, really. Just trying to get the hands there, top of the elbow. Outstretched, distended neck area, kind of hunchback thing. The buttocks. Ah, so slippery. And, some of the elbows here, the shoulder. Definitely got to get the head and the horn. Get a little bit around the belly there, just to give it some better color when I go in with the purple and stuff. So you can kind of start to see the highlights forming there. And give it another rinse, and we'll be right back with the bile. Okay, so now we're on the bile highlight, and make sure we got all our water out of here. I gotta tell you though, towards the, I'm actually working on more than one dude right now, just so I'm not wasting all the paint. And towards the end of the that last cut, my compressor, my cheap starter compressor that I bought off eBay, died finally. So just a word of warning, you know, you get what you get when you buy something off there, because they do not last long. I don't think that thing lasted 6 months, and I'm kind of disappointed about it. But anyways, I had a backup compressor, which was really nice because I got a sweet combo deal a while back, and I picked one up. Here's the Bile highlight color here, and we're just gonna spray it out and make sure we got all the water out this time. Looks mostly good. Get back to our figure here. I like using these bases just to see, make sure you got the right mix and everything's coming out okay. Looks pretty good. So again, we're at the 20 psi mark because we don't want to just go blasting all over the model and stuff. And you can see the natural highlights we created from the rotted wood to the what's that other color? I forget. From the rotted wood to the Pestilence Flesh. So you can kind of see the natural highlights there. So we're just going to kind of build on that, and then come in with some undercuts of a low light, just to kind of get it all together. And then we're going to do some washes and stuff. It's going to be good. Just getting around those ankles, those kneecaps there again. Just lighten up the stomach area. It's not really going to turn out green, but it's good to have like a lighter color to work from. Makes the browns and the purples pop a little bit better. Top of the shoulder there. Trying to get a nice blend there. I thought you'd learn how to airbrush while doing the camera has been a little weird, but hopefully it hasn't been too bad at angles for you guys. Get the top of the horn there too. So I'll make sure I get the back of the ankles here too. This is the color that's going to really kind of pull everything together, so you want to make sure that you definitely got all the higher areas. Yeah, it looks looking pretty good there. Kind of see everything there, kind of everywhere. So you kind of see what we're going for there. So let me change out this color, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to work on doing some undercuts with some browns and kind of get in here where all the darkened detail is going to be, and then we'll start on some washes and stuff. So what I'm going to use for that was that Vallejo Model Air Cad.Black brown. It's a great color. Just got to shake it up a little bit. It's a great color for a lot of undercuts. You can do this, and then you can do black and make burn marks and stuff like that. So it's a pretty dope little color. I'm used to working with it, so I'm really happy with it. There's an equivalent in the Minitaire paint line, but you know, I'm just used to this, so I'm just gonna roll with this for now. Just gonna put a little bit in there, not too much because we're not gonna use that much. But again, I just washed this thing out with just normal water and stuff, and just kind of hit the nozzle, the fluid tip there, and everything came out pretty good. So like I said, it's nice to leave the big cleanings towards the ends. So just spray, make sure we're good. Alright, so now, but like I said, we're just gonna do like the lowlights, the undercuts and stuff here, and cut in underneath the knee joints. Now this is gonna go a little wide, so you know, there's nothing you can do about that, but you know, best thing to do is just kind of get in, make sure you get a nice good coat where you do get in, and we'll come back with some green and tighten it up. There's kind of the spine, kind of exactly what we're looking for there. You're just getting in the dark recesses, all this belly right here. And you want to go with just a little wide around it, just so you get a nice blend with the green, kind of like that. You want to get the underarms and little elbows right there. Trying to get you guys a good angle to see. Oh, and don't forget his mouth. You can do some teeth and stuff in there too, so you wanna get a nice good base coat. There we go. So we didn't actually use that much brown on that, but like I said, I'm doing an assembly line of guys, which is a really good idea. So you don't waste paint or anything. I do about 10 at a time, and then go back and tighten them up and do all the brush strokes and stuff. Looks like that was a little water in there. Sometimes if you're a little too close with the airbrush, if there's a little water in there, it kind of drips a little bit, so you want to get a good distance. But there you go. That's the basics of the brown. Then we're gonna come back with the what's that angle? We're gonna come back with the purple and kind of cut it back and just give it that diseased, rotted look, and then we'll go from there.
Spiky bits.